Hey, let's keep it going, man. Y'all, yeah, I mean, I'm really frustrated with you, Pierre. That's fine. Goodness.
That's cool.
I mean, goodness.
See, you were so strong in your comments, and then you don't remember your comments for whatever reason.
Well, I guess what comment are you talking about? Because I do remember talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and telling you about Deion Waiters yesterday. I do remember that.
Okay, give me your thoughts on this. Hey, real fast. Give me your thoughts on this since we're there.
What am I not educated?
Let me get in here. Pierre,
Get in the charter voice.
I need you to get some coffee. I don't know if you're a little round up today. You have to change the diaper today. You was mad because you got some shit on your hand or something.
A little pee sprayed in he got a little pee in his face.
You accidentally ate some of the mashed carrots or something that you didn't expect.
Mashed carrots.
But anyway, look.
Fuck around with some breast milk.
Nigga sipping some breast milk. It was mad.
Applesauce is fire on front. The applesauce is fire. Go ahead, though.
No, they've always said that. I've always heard that. But anyway, so now I want to ask you about the Clippers because reports are that Lou Will left the bubble so he can go to Magic City with Jack Harlow. What's popping? I want to know what's going on.
I mean, Lou gonna do it. I'm not as concerned about Lou Will because Lou Will is a professional. He's gonna come back. He's still gonna give you his 25, 30 points a game in his bench role. He knows his role. He knows what he's gonna do. Is that the best look right now for Lou? No, it's not. But I can't be too mad at him. Guys gonna try to decompress the way they need to. And since this is still preseason, it's not like it's next week. Then that's okay. I'm fine with it. These are grown men. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. I did see on social media, I see, John, you're shaking your head there in agreement. I did see on social media that someone said, well, Lou Will was one of the most vocal players talking about he didn't want to play because he wants to make sure there's no distractions. He doesn't want to take away from what social justice issues are in the forefront right now. So you out here in Magic City. So, I mean, I'm not going to be the one to judge, but what do you think about that?
I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything bad about Lou Will right now. I mean, to each his own. He can still be aware of the social justice issues that are going on. I think he is, but he's still allowed to live the life the way he wants to live life. So, it's his job. He's going down to Orlando. He's going to play. He's going to do his thing, but he's still allowed to do what he wants in his free time, and I don't see anything wrong with that. You can still be involved in the team and still be aware of the social issues without having a life or with having a life as well.
Go ahead, John. I see you over there.
It was reported. I'm just see from what I heard. Maybe I heard wrong because I don't know. Maybe I heard wrong. But I thought it was reported that he had like a family emergency or something. Was the reason why he left. Yes. And so part of the family emergency was to hit Magic City Strip Club. Whatever though.
He hit him with the crossover. He told
he got done with that. The family emergency.
But listen, everyone doesn't know the full story. I did hear
we don't know. You're right.
So I don't know the full story. I'm not gonna throw Lou under the bus. Only thing I care about at the end of the day is if Lou's gonna be back next week, starting Wednesday, giving me 25 points a game versus
now. But let me say that's the only thing that you care about. But leaving the bubble could put that in jeopardy.
But he should be back in enough time to quarantine himself for 28 or 24 to 48 hours prior to Wednesday. So if he
caught COVID?
Yeah, then that's a different situation. I mean, that's something that you have to live with. Everybody, I mean, there's 3 players who've left on the Clippers that can contract COVID. So, that's just reality that we live with.
He put everyone in jeopardy because he wanted to go see some buds.
Yeah, because he wants to see some booty shake.
Right, he put everyone in jeopardy because of that, huh? And he's focused right now. You told me you want to talk about JR? He's focused. Okay, whatever.
Don't we all think that JR would have been the first one to do some shit?
I would have figured J.R. Smith would have been at an ass club before Lou Will. But whatever though. We see who's focused right now. We see who's focused.
It's not a great look. I give it to you. But of all players that still have
fool around and get Kawhi Leonard COVID-19, shut your whole season down. You're gonna lean on Paul George to take you
Let me add
away.
This
Lou
goes on
has the benefit of the doubt to me. Go ahead though.
This goes on top of reports that there has been some friction in that locker room. Apparently or reportedly, some players aren't liking how Paul George and Kawhi are being handled versus some of the other guys. Now, when you got guys like Lou Will, Montrezl Harrell, all these guys who you say, I'm sorry?
They vets too.
All these guys that you say can go get you 20, 25. Don't disrespect them. When they feel disrespected.
You're right. That's the biggest concern to me, you know, because you're right.
That's why Lou Will went to get some wings, because he's like, man, fuck these niggas.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, I don't know the full story. All I'm saying at the end of the day, I hope Doc Rivers, Ty Lue, and that coaching staff can get the group on the same page for these next couple of months. Because I understand we've all been on teams where you've seen certain players, you know, treated a bit different, and that's okay. I mean, Kawhi and Paul have earned that right. Not saying that Lou hasn't either, but
has Paul earned that right?
Paul really
Paul earned that right?
He has more. Williams. Exactly.
More than Lou Williams, has Paul earned that right? Please answer me that.
I say yes.
How?
Can you let me finish?
Please.
I mean, Paul is an established star in this league. Not saying that Lou Will is not. Not saying Lou Will is not.
Okay.
Hear me out. But Paul has been a leader of a franchise in Indiana where he took them to the playoffs. So Paul's resume is big time as well. I'm not saying that Lou's is not big time, but all I'm saying is the Clippers went out to get Paul George. So you have to treat him accordingly. That means something. I'm essentially being recruited to come to the Clippers.
They went and got Lou Will.
Oh, Lou Will was there. Lou Will been there for a couple years, but Lou is still important. He's important. They're all important. They all superstars. They need to be treated.
I think you're blinded. I think you're blinded by commercials.
I feel like if you took off Lou from the squad, they're gonna fall apart. You take away Paul George, they probably still can make it.
They're good still because Lou will pick up where Paul George. Lou, except
they're both valuable.
Only thing is George got the size.
Yeah, defensively.
That's the only thing.
He's 6'8" with a handle. He can still carry a team by himself.
Will we see him when it matters most?
We know Lou gonna be there.
Lou's on the ball.
We know what Lou gonna do in the fourth quarter.
Lou just need help getting there. Will Paul still be there? We don't know.
We don't know that.
No, we don't know.
Yeah.
Paul's showing that he'll fade back. Russ was throwing his all on the court.
Man, Russ was
Paul?
Russ was giving his all. Yeah. Where you at, Paul?
Paul.
Man, last
two names. Come on, man.
Before Paul George got the injury, he was runner up.
There we go.
Yeah, here we go. Let's go into the next topic, man.
Like, when is Paul George not clutch? Like,
what do you mean? Anytime when you have to hit the shot at the end of the game.
In regular season or playoffs? What are you talking about? Which one?
Yeah, regular season he'll hit it. Regular season he'll hit it. Playoffs, we don't know.
Just said regular season or playoffs.
So what he's done in Indiana doesn't matter, right?
What did he do in Indiana?
Did he not carry the Pacers?
To lose, he won 2 games against LeBron. What are you talking about? What did he do?
It's still saying something.
So Paul Millsap did too. So Paul Millsap is on the same level.
Were they not a top seed in the East?
The Hawks were the top seed in the East. And
I didn't say that. That's fine. It's about Paul George. That's fine. Paul, my man, I'm a rider.
Right, we go. Like, you niggas still like, hold on, like, we don't like Paul. Like, I like Paul's game. You know, it's
but
just
the way that you talk about Paul.
Like, Paul is like, he just like, come on, man. He ain't in the playoffs. Like, man, last year for sure, the Thunder was nice. Like, them two together, like, but Paul, where'd he go in the playoffs? Where'd he go in the playoffs?
Ask Joe Ingles.
Yeah. Joe Ingles shut him down. That was embarrassing.
And bust his ass on the other end.
Now, I agree. Paul George does settle for threes and jump shots a lot.
He does.
Joe Ingles made him settle for those.
That's fine. I still think Paul's an incredible player. I think
he is.
Yeah,
he really is. Like, man, that mob nice. It's just that when it's crunch time, like, it's just going, like, Kawhi will be looking for him too. Like,
hey, let me ask you this question, Pierre. Who do you trust more in crunch time in the playoffs? Paul George. Huh?
You're going to ask me that, and that's a fair question.
No. I'm going to get to the other player. The other player is somebody that you're not – we haven't talked about him yet.
I'm going to say Lou.
Who do you – no, because we all know Lou's we're going to trust more Lou. I'm not even going to ask you that.
Yeah,
so who do you trust more in the playoffs? Paul George or James Harden? Look how you looking out the window.
Ain't no stats on that one.
He looked ain't no answers out there.
Man, for real. Wait.
Like, hold on, we talking like for first round in the playoffs? Where we at in the playoffs?
No. We're talking about
I need a scenario.
When it matters, it doesn't matter what it is.
Like every playoff win is a big win.
Yeah. Game 7 or whatever round. Shit, who you trust?
Go to John first. Let me think.
Go to John first.
That's
I already know who
hilarious.
we gonna say.
Hell yeah.
I'll say James Harden.
Okay.
But it's no disrespect
Wow.
at all. I just say James. Listen, can I?
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
James Harden, even though I hate that he doesn't play defense, you still have to respect his game. He's one of the most incredible, versatile scorers I've ever seen. Some of the stuff that he's adding into the game, even though it may be travel, it's still, I mean, James is James, and James can get you a bucket. If I need a bucket, I'll be fine going to him.
Okay. So that's okay. That's just funny to me because, I mean, you love Paul George. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm lost now.
He always does that.
Yeah, it's confusing.
So much.
I'm objective. I give you an honest, fair opinion. I love Paul. Paul's my man, but I can give you a real opinion.
Wow.
So does that mean that your feelings are just a bunch of bullshit that you be telling us? Because you honestly know in the end the right answer?
Nah. I mean, I'm going to ride for my guy, of course.
You didn't.
I do.
You just didn't.
I do. I ride for my guy.
Well, right now you just didn't.
Question. I'm going to keep fighting for Paul George. I'm going to keep fighting.
But not right now, though.
Ride for my guy.
But not right now, though.
Next argument.
Get an honest answer.
Whatever, man. Confusing. It's so confusing.